Welcome to this edition of SAU Magazine, a weekly program featuring news, profiles, sports, commentary, interviews, and special events, all coming to you from the campus of Southern Arkansas University in Magnolia.
This is the Southern Arkansas University News Brief. I'm Daniel Guinn.
And I'm Nakita Martin.
Students will have a chance to voice their opinions in a national survey being conducted at selected colleges and universities around the country. SAU students will participate in the National Survey of Student Engagement. Over the next few weeks, randomly selected freshmen and seniors at SAU and approximately 275 other schools around the United States will have a chance to share their views by completing the College Student Report. The students on the survey are questions dealing with the students' free time and their school life.
Nominations are invited for the 1999-2000 Teaching, Research, and Service Excellence Awards. Any student or faculty member may nominate another faculty member for consideration of the Teaching Awards. The Teaching and Faculty Awards are named for Robert Walls, Calvin Wetzik, and Auburn Smith, all of who previously taught at SAU. Each honor carries with it an award of $1,000. $500 goes to the individual and the other $500 goes to their department. The names of the honorees will be announced at the spring general faculty meeting.
The SAU Theater Department just finished its student-produced play, The Apple Tree. Attendance for all 3 nights was outstanding at over 600 people. The third night, however, was the record breaker, bringing in over 270 people, beating the previous mark by more than 20. Everyone who came to the show enjoyed it immensely, and the department is hoping for the same kind of support for the next show, Picasso at the Lapina Gil. It's a comedy written by Steve Martin.
The Department of Nursing sponsored Nursing Career Day on March 6th. The Nursing Career Day was open to high school students and any person considering a career as a nurse. SAU nursing students talked with participants about their experiences in the medical field. Participants also got a chance to try their hand at basic nursing skills such as starting IVs, taking blood pressures, and giving injections. Lunch and door prizes were given to the participants.
The 6 members of Kappa Alpha Psi fraternity are taking huge steps to put an end to the stereotype that is placed on all fraternities. They are putting out an effort to make others view them as not a party frat, but a community service fraternity. Every Tuesday and Thursday, Vice President Saranto Aubrey and Patrick Williams take a trip to Magnolia Elementary where they read to their 2nd grade students. In addition to reading to the students, the fraternity is busy preparing for their involvement in April's Special Olympics.
The Miss SAU pageant is being held this week in Harton Theater. The theme for this year's pageant is a salute to Encore, an SAU performance group. There are 6 women vying for the crown. The contestants are Amy Steele, Heather Halter, Sarah Qualls, Melinda Miller, and Tiffany Wilson. The qualifications for entering the Miss SAU pageant are the same as those entering the Miss America pageant. Entertainment for the pageant includes the current Miss SAU and Miss Arkansas. Admission is free for SAU students and $2 for the general public. This has been a Southern Arkansas University News Brief. I'm Nakita Martin.
And I'm Daniel Guinn.
With an SAU Profile, I'm Heather Halter.
And I'm Jeff Grissom.
Judy Vassar has been a teacher for a total of 28 years, 21 of which have been spent at Southern Arkansas University.
Mrs. Vassar spent her childhood in the small town of Louisville, Arkansas. She lives in Prescott with her husband, Glenn. They have 1 daughter, Vicki.
Mrs. Vassar completed her undergraduate and graduate studies at the University of Arkansas at Fayetteville.
Both her mother and father graduated from SAU when it was called Magnolia A&M.
Mrs. Vassar enjoys teaching a number of theater and speech classes.
She is also the instructor for a large group of theater and dance students called Encore. Mrs. Vassar has always been a favorite of the students, and she will probably stay that way.
Mrs. Vassar's classroom excellence was validated in 1998 as she was named a winner of the SAU Teaching Excellence Award. I'm Heather Halter.
And I'm Jeff Grissom.
With an SAU Profile.
SAU Sports, I'm David Parkerson.
And I'm Mwachiro.
The Southern Arkansas University golf team played in a tournament held at DeGray State Park on Monday, March 6th. Blake Stewart shot 77, Matt Hubbard shot 78, and Corey Walters shot 79. Henderson won the tournament with a total score of 296. Southern Arkansas University came in a close second with a score of 314. The Ryder golf team will next play at a tournament in Hot Springs.
Wayne Garner has been hired as the new SAU women's tennis coach. Garner was appointed to resurrect the women's tennis program, which has been inactive for the past 2 years because there was no coach available. This will be the first stint as head coach for Ghana, though he gained valuable experience by assisting Coach Sam Bali for 2 years with the Rider Red basketball team as a student assistant, and he also spent 1 year as a student assistant with Coach Steve Roberts of the Rider football team. Ghana is also the assistant director of alumni affairs and an international student counselor here at SAU.
The Southern Arkansas University track team ran the Northwestern Relay Saturday, March 4th in Natchitoches. In the women's high jump, Morgan Houghton came in 8th with a height of 5 feet. In the 4x800 meter relay, the riders came in 6th, as did the riderettes. In the 1500, Trey Winwian came in 8th for the riders with a time of 4:19, and Stephanie Barnes came in 9th for the riderettes with a time of 5:28. In the men's 100 meter hurdles, Chris Booth came in 4th with a time of 57:45.
Paula Daniels, the starter for the SAU Rider-Red basketball team, has been selected to the 3rd Team District 6 College Division GTE Academic All-American team. Daniels is a junior here at SAU who hails from DeSoto, Texas. She has been averaging 10 points and 8.3 rebounds per game. Meanwhile, the men's basketball team ended the year with a 13-15 record after finishing 5-7 in Gulf South Conference play. SAU Sports, I'm Mark Mwachiro.
And I'm David Parkerson.
With commentary, I'm Dana Thomas.
And I'm Angela Bradford.
Spring break is here again, and that means a relaxing time for students as well as faculty.
This is the time for resting your mind and body. But exactly how relaxing is spring break?
When it is over, the students come back to class. Their noses will have to be put to the grindstone and never let up until the end of the semester.
The reason for such a hard work is because most professors try to cram all the work they didn't get to before the break.
A few weeks go by and you are already behind schedule, but the professors say we can make the work up after break.
When students return to class, they are then faced with more work than they should have.
If we could just stay on schedule during the first half, spring break could be even more relaxing, and everyone needs that. With commentary, I'm Dana Thomas.
And I'm Angela Bradford.
With an SAU Police Log, I'm Lisa Stegall.
And I'm Cara, Guinn. On March 7th, SAU student Leo Hunt was charged with the following: possession of a controlled substance with intent to deliver, and possession of drug paraphernalia. The following excerpts are from an investigator's report filed by SAU Officer Charles Lamb.
After being contacted by Officer Thornton on March 4th and observing the item found in Talbot Hall 113, I had the room secured and went to obtain a search warrant.
During the search, Officer Booth located a Crown Royal bag containing 8 baggies of a green leafy substance believed to be marijuana in a drawer identified by McCall as being used by Leo Hunt. Also in the drawer was a wallet containing a Tennessee driver's license issued to Leo Hunt, as well as other cards and identification belonging to Hunt.
In a closet that was identified by McCall as being used by Hunt, I found a Tommy Boy zip-up bag. This bag was underneath some folded clothing and contained a cigarette rolling machine, 10 baggies of a green leafy substance believed to be marijuana, and a small set of weighing scales.
In addition, a cup containing seeds consistent in size, shape, and color with marijuana seeds was found in the refrigerator, and a pack of rolling papers was found in a desk drawer.
The total weight of the 18 baggies was 2.6 ounces. After weighing a similar baggie found with these items, 0.025 ounce, and subtracting the weight of 18 baggies from the total, the weight of the green leafy substance was determined to be 2.15 ounces.
On March 7th, I was able to obtain a warrant for the arrest of Leo Hunt. Mr. Hunt was arrested in Overstreet Hall. Hunt was then transported to Magnolia Police Department for booking. Hunt did not wish to bond out and was then transported to Columbia County Jail. With an SAU Police Log, I'm Cara, Guinn.
And I'm Lisa Stegall.
I'm Jonathan Wood with job information from the SAU Employment Resource Center. Representatives of Tyson Foods in Pine Bluff, Arkansas will be on campus Friday, April the 7th. They are looking for production supervisor trainees, May and August 2000 graduates in agribusiness and business, as well as SAU alumni in these areas are eligible to apply. To schedule an interview with Tyson Foods, call the Employment Resource Center at area code 870-235-4097. Qualified SAU students are needed as supplemental instruction leaders in general botany and fine arts.
Available hours for the general botany position are Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays from 9 to 9:50 a.m. Available hours for the fine arts position are Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays from 8 to 8:50 and 9 to 9:50 a.m. Apply in person at Graham Hall, room 110. I'm Jonathan Wood with job information from the SAU Employment Resource Center.
With this week's entertainment news, I'm Braden Harman.
And I'm Christie Roden.
The Student Organization President's Roundtable meeting has been changed to Thursday, April 6th at 12:20 p.m. The agenda for the April 6th meeting will include Spring Fling, Women's History Month, Inauguration and Awards, Greek Week, March of Dimes, Dive-In Movie, Encore, and Officer Transition. Any organization needing assistance planning activities, initiating fundraising events, recruiting members, or borrowing resources are urged to contact Wendy Morgan in room 205 of the Brew Center or call her at 235-4925.
An SAU fraternity and Dr. Hurst's Leisure and Aging class will sponsor a big band night at Dudney Wood Retirement Home. The event is scheduled to begin at 6:30 p.m. March 25th and run no later than 8 p.m. Big Band Night is considered a charitable event, and any volunteers would be greatly appreciated. Anyone interested in volunteering should contact Dr. Hurst at 235-4139.
If you have any used, old, out-of-date hardback books that you would like to donate to the Children's Art Workshop, please contact Brian McCoy. The theme of the workshop this semester is Saving Treasures. Students will be recycling hardback books to create their own books. McCoy can be contacted in room 219 in Cross Hall at 235-5151.
The International Student Association is sponsoring a cultural diversity and gender equality presentation. The presentation is being held this week in the Brew Center's Blue and Gold Room. For your convenience, box lunches will be provided at the beginning of the presentation for $4.50 and will include a sandwich, chips, drink, and a cookie. If you are interested, please contact Connie Wilson at 235-5090. With this week's entertainment news, I'm Christie Roden.
And I'm Braden Harman.
SAU broadcast journalism students produce informative television programs for viewers in Southwest Arkansas. The SAU Report features interviews with faculty, staff, students, and alumni. It is seen each week in Magnolia on TCA Cable Channel 13. Camden residents can see the SAU Report each morning on Cable Channel 16. Tens of thousands of cable television households in Southwest Arkansas watch the program on KTSS-TV Channel 55 in Hope. The SAU Report not only serves as a learning tool for broadcast journalism students, but serves to inform the region about institutional events and personalities. Some editions of SAU Magazine feature audio segments from these television programs. Be sure and watch the SAU Report on your local cable television service. Informative viewing, provocative subject matter. The SAU Report.
With this week's SAU calendar, I'm Michael Long.
And I'm Thomas Murphy.
On Monday, March 13th, spring break begins and the BSU and MBSF spring break trips are going on, as well as the SAU Report showing on Channel 13.
Tuesday, both the Mule Riders and Riderettes baseball and softball teams will have away games.
On Wednesday, academic scholarship priorities are due and the Riderette softball team will have an away game.
Thursday, spring break continues, and the Riderettes will have yet another away game.
And on Friday, it's St. Patrick's Day, so be sure and wear green. Student timesheets are due, and SAU Magazine will air at 6:30 on KBMA-FM 107.9.
Saturday, SAU Magazine will air on KZHE-FM 100.5 at 9 a.m.
And on Sunday, the residence halls will reopen at 2 p.m., and the Mule Riders will have another baseball away game. And that's this week's SAU calendar.
SAU Magazine is a production of broadcast journalism students in the Department of Theater and Mass Communication at Southern Arkansas University in Magnolia.